Alright, so look, I think after UFC 308, everyone kind of just forgot about this fight night. Me, I would never forget about a fight night. Like, I've never made a predictions video on the day of the fight. I would never do that.
Oh, shut up, Nick.
But anyway, it's coming up in a few days, so let's just get straight into my predictions of this fight night. First fight, James Linhorth versus Ivana Petrovic. James Linhorth, 6-1 record, coming from Canada, because this is in Edmonton. I don't know why it's in Edmonton, because none of the main card fighters are from Canada, I don't think. But anyway, she lost the last fight. Ivana Petrovic, low-key kind of a Langenbot. Ivana Petrovic, 7-1 record. Won her last fight. I think I'll just go with Ivana Petrovic to win this. Yeah, maybe by submission. She has a few submissions as of recently. So yeah, I'll go with Ivana Petrovic to get this one done. Next fight, Chad Anheliga versus Cody Gibson. Chad Anheliga, 13-7. He won his last fight, but then lost the two before that. He is also kind of inactive. He fights like once a year. Cody Gibson, bit of a dodgy record, 20 wins, 10 losses. He also won his last fight, but then lost the two before that. This is the bantamweight division, is it? Or is it flyweight? Yeah, it is bantamweight. I think I will go with Chad Anheliga to get this one done. Probably just by decision. And next fight, Serhi Sidey versus Garrett Armfield. Serhi, he's a former champion of his previous whatever the hell promotion he was in, BTC or BFL or whatever the hell it is. He lost his last fight via split decision at 297. Garrett Armfield, 10-4 record, so kind of similar record. You know, they both got kind of dodgy records, but Garrett Armfield lost his last fight. Won a few before that. These are hard to predict because these are just like random irrelevant fighters that no one really knows. I'll go with Serhi Sidey to get this one done. And next fight, Alexander Blobanov versus Rodrigo Nascimento. Romanov, 17-3. Obviously coming from Moldova. He's 1-3 in his last 4 fights. He's lost to Jelton Almeida. He lost to Volkov and he lost to Marcin Tybura. So it's clear that he doesn't exactly do very well against high-level opponents. Is he ranked? I think, bro, if he's ranked, that's crazy, because that means that's just crazy. Rodrigo Nascimento, he lost his last fight to Derek Lewis, but before that, he did win quite a few. It's kind of weird because he's actually pretty good at submissions, and you don't really get that much in the heavyweight division, but I think I will go with Rodrigo Nascimento. I think he's just a bit more athletic. Blobanov, he can't really do anything, to be honest. He's lost to every good opponent he's ever fought. So I'm going to go Rodrigo Nascimento to get this one done. And next fight, we have Jack Shaw versus Yusuf Zalal. Jack Shaw, 17-2 record. These are two actually pretty good fighters, to be fair. Jack Shaw's 2 losses are Ricky Simon and Joanderson Brito, so 2 pretty good opponents. Yusuf Zalal, 15-5, but he has been on a nice little streak recently. You know, he lost Ilia Topuria back in 2020. He was on a 3-fight losing streak, and then he's on a 6-fight unbeaten streak, so that's pretty good. I think Yusuf Zalal can get this done, to be honest. He's been looking really good recently. He literally just won August of this year. So I think he can get this one done. Yusuf Zalal to get this one done. Next up, we got the main man, Charles Jourdain versus Victor Henry. Bruv, why does Charles Jourdain look so zesty in his UFC photo? But anyway, Charles Jourdain, 15-8 record. He is Canadian as well. He lost his last 2 to Sean Woodson and Gene Silva. You know, he's got some decent-ish knockout power. We haven't really seen it much in the UFC, but Victor Henry, La Mangosta, that's his nickname. He's never been finished, but all his losses have come by decision. And he won his last one, and he had a no contest against Javid Basharat. I think Victor Henry will get this one done against Charles Jourdain. He is he's old. Man's 37. Charles Jourdain is very young. Okay, you know what? Now I'm switching it. Should I switch it? Is that a stupid idea? Might be a stupid idea, but I'm gonna switch it. Charles Jourdain for decision here against Victor Henry. Next fight, Ariane de Silva versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. I don't know why her name is Ariane de Silva here. I'm pretty sure her name is actually Ariane Lipski, but is what it is. So she lost her last fight back in April of this year, but before that she went on a 3-fight win streak. If we look at Jasmine Jasudavicius, she won her last two. She won against Fatima Klein. Fatima Klein. That's pretty interesting. Okay, but yeah, it's been a while since she fought, maybe like 6 months, 5 months. So I'll probably go with Jasmine to win this. I mean, I do kind of want Ariane de Silva to win this because she's a pretty decent thing. But apart from that, I do think Jasmine will win this. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna go with Jasmine Jusudavicius to get this done by decision. Next up, we got Ayman Zahabi versus Pedro Munoz. Zahabi 11-2 record from Canada as well. He's on a 4-fight win streak and he won his last one against Javid Basharat in March of this year. Pedro Munoz 20-9 record, bruv. This guy's just a punching bag for all the flipping good fighters. He's lost to Aljamain Sterling, he lost to Frankie Edgar, lost to Jose Aldo, lost to Cruz, lost to Marlon Vera, lost to Kyler Phillips, bro. This guy, man. He loses against all the good fighters. The only ever good fighter he's ever really beat is Cody Garbrandt, but I mean, that's kind of a washed Cody Garbrandt. He also beat Rob Font, actually, to be fair, a while ago, 2017. But anyway, he's been in the UFC for a while. He's a very seasoned fighter. He's never been finished before. All 9 of his losses coming by way of decision. Ayman Zahabi. He's on a 4-fight win streak. You know what? I'll give Pedro Munoz the benefit of the doubt. I'll give Pedro Munoz the decision victory here. Next fight, Mike Mallow versus Trevin Giles. Mike Mallow lost his last fight against Neil Magny. Okay, interesting, but he went on a long win streak before that. Trevin Giles, the problem. He lost his last two to Gabriel Bonfim and Carlos Prates. This is hard because I've never really watched Mike Mallow fight, but it seems he's good at getting finishes. He's never gone to a decision in any of his wins. Interesting. Yeah, I'll go with Mike Mallow to get this done by a finish. I don't know what kind, but maybe a submission. Next fight, Marc-Andre Barriault versus Dustin Stoltzfus. Marc-Andre Barriault, he's got some good power. We've seen him get pretty much all of his wins by way of KO. That's a lie, maybe not, but in his early career he used to get a lot of KOs, but he lost his last two to Chris Curtis and Joe Pyfer. So he has lost against good competition. He also lost to Anthony Hernandez. So yeah, Dustin Stoltzfus, he lost his loss against Bruno Ferreira. He also lost to Abu Sufyan Magomedov. He also lost to Gerald Meerschaert. He won against Joe Pyfer in the Contender Series, though. So, alright, fair enough. But, I mean, I think that was an injury. Yeah, I think I'll just go with Marc-Andre Barriault, maybe by a KO. If not, then just a decision. Next fight is Caio Machado versus Brenton Ribeiro. Caio Machado, 8-3. He did win some titles back in BFL. I don't know if that really means anything, but he lost his last two fights, his only two fights within the UFC, to Mick Parkin and Dontel Mays. Is this light heavyweight? Yeah, I think it's light heavyweight. And then Brenton Ribeiro. These are two tall guys, 6'3" and 6'4", Ross Club up. Brenton Ribeiro, all his wins coming by way of finish. He has lost his last two fights in the UFC, so that's not good. But yeah, he's too hit and miss. I'll be real. I think even with that fact, I think I will still go for Brenton Ribeiro to get this done by a finish. Next up, Derek Lewis versus Jonathan Diniz. Bro, Derek Lewis has to win this, man. I cannot see Jonathan Diniz knocking out Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis won his last against Rodrigo Nascimento. We know Derek Lewis. He's literally one of the longest, he's fought in the heavyweight division for one of the longest times. He's literally fought everyone. He fought Mark Hunt, he fought Travis Brown, Marcin Tybura, Ngannou, Volkov, Cormier, Junior Dos Santos. Curtis Blade, Cyril Gahn, Tuivasa, Pavlovich, Spivak, Almeida. This guy's literally for everyone, man. And obviously we know that uh, all of his wins pretty much are coming by way of knockout. 23. He's got the record for the most amount of KOs in UFC. So yeah, Jonathan Deniz, we saw him kind of recently at uh Tybura versus Spivak 2 card. And he beat Carl Williams versus by a unanimous decision. Um, I don't want to see this guy win. I'll be real. I'm not the type to pray in someone's downfall, but I do want to see Derek Lewis get the KO, and I do think he will get the KO. So I'm gonna go Derek Lewis by KO here. Next fight, Erin Blanchfield versus Rose Namajunas. This is a hard one to predict, man. Erin Blanchfield, obviously we saw her lose her last fight against Fiorot, but before that she went on a long win streak. She actually lost to Tracy Cortez back in 2019. That's crazy. But Rose Namajunas, 13-6 record. We know she's literally one of the most decorated female fighters. Obviously, former champion. Won against Joanna Jędrzejczyk twice. Won against Tisha Pennington. Won against Angela Hill. Who else she won against? Jessica Andrade. Zhang Weili twice. She lost to Carla Esparza twice as well, and she also lost to Fiorot, and she beat Tracy Cortez a few months ago. So this is a really hard one to call. But I think I will go with Rose with the decision here. It's hard to pick, but I think I will go with Rose. Yeah, for the decision for Rose. And finally, the main event, Brandon Moreno versus Amir Albazi. Brandon Moreno, obviously we know, former champion, proud Mexican. He's never been finished. He's lost all his by decision, which might even be worse, to be honest. He lost his last 2 fights against Brandon Royval. The Royval fight was very close. He also lost the other fight to Pantoja, which was a split decision, so very close as well. But, his former champion, 2-time champion, he's fought a lot of people. He fought Pantoja, Kai Kara France, Formiga, Brandon Royval, Figueiredo, and then he probably fought all those guys a second time because there's literally no contenders within the flyweight division. Well, there wasn't at the time anyway. But now he's fighting Amir Albazi. Look, he's still very good. Yeah, he's very, very good. He's got that crazy skill. 2-time champion, of course. Amir Albazi, 17-1. He, quote unquote, won his last fight against Kai Kara France. First of all, I don't even know what he did to deserve that fight because he only beat Alessandro Costa. So, anyway, that was a long time ago. That was over a year ago. Oh, almost a year and a half ago when he beat Kai Kara France in that robbery, if we're being real. But yeah, apparently he won against Kai Kara France. I think Brandon Moreno will win this fight, probably just by decision, but maybe submission, I don't know. But I do think Moreno is better than Albazi. I don't think Albazi will be able to become a champion. I don't think he has a skill to become champion. And Brandon Moreno, of course, we know his skill. He's literally fought everyone, and he's lost against a lot of people, but he's also won against a lot of people. So I do think Brandon Moreno for the win here. And yeah, so that's about it, guys. You guys let me know if you agree with my predictions. To be honest, this Edmonton card is a bit dead. There's not really that many good fights on it. Only the top 3 fights are really big names. And even then, they're not really that amazing of fights. Maybe the Lewis fight would be good, but you guys let me know in the comment section down below who you're picking. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Safe.